Hey guys, welcome back to Backyard Demolition. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to try to do a review on a gun. I got a few firearms in my arsenal, and I thought instead of just me shooting random things, that I'd maybe talk about some of the guns that I shoot. I didn't know which one to start with until I really thought about what I had, and then I finally decided this was the first gun that I ever owned. So it might as well be the first one that I ever actually do a review on. This here is a Marlin 39A. It's a Marlin Golden 39A. Something about the Marlin Firearm Company, they've been around for 150 years, founded in, 1870 by John Marlin. And there's a reason they've been around for that long. It's because they do actually build some very good quality firearms. The 39A, as a matter of fact, happens to be the longest running, longest produced model of firearm in the world, as far as like rifles goes and everything else. So the fact that this thing is a 69 years old, or I'm sorry, built in 1969. So it's 51 years old, this particular gun, but it still shoots like it's new. It has a very smooth action. These things are very easy to take down. You can actually see right here, there's a knob that is easy to thread, to field strip it out there, out in the field. It opens it up to all the mechanics and everything else, to where you can easily get in there, take a scrub brush, clean out all the gunk and everything else, and keep the mechanics of it in good working order. Again, super smooth. I think with the it's a tube fed magazine. I think for long rifles, I think it'll hold 18, technically 19 with one in the chamber. Shorts, I've never run shorts through it, but I'm sure you can get 25, 26 in there pretty easy. What else? It does have a half-cock safety. If you don't dry fire it like that. The walnut stock, it's got, everything about this gun, again, for 50 years old, is super solid. Whoever owned it before me took good care of it. I bought it when I was 16. Actually, my dad bought it for me. It was my first gun when I turned 16. From Pekin Gun and Sporting Goods in Pekin, Illinois. And this has been one of my favorite go-to guns. I have a couple other 22s, but by far, one, I am a sucker for lever action. Nothing beats a good feel of a good lever action and the sound. But nonetheless, this gun in particular is just a well-made rifle. What else? It does have the gold trigger, which is pretty much worn down. It doesn't look gold anymore. I wonder if I could clean that up. Might have to spend a little time polishing that up, see if I can get the gold to really shine through. When I got it, I did have it in a case, so the barrel is a little dull. I did leave it in a case that got damp, and then it did rust. It had a light surface rust. I did my best to blue it myself. Didn't do too bad, but didn't do too great. I may actually have this professionally redone someday, just to preserve it, because I want this thing to last a few more years. This thing's been with me. I'm 44 now, so it's been with me longer than half my life. So I'd like it to continue on and serve its purpose. But anyhow, let me get it loaded up, and we'll shoot a few rounds at the little spinner target back here, and we'll see if I can hit it. It's not that far. I only have it like 15-20 yards away, so hopefully I can hit it. This thing is pretty accurate. I'm not always accurate. Alright, so a few things that I really like about a 22 is, one, shells are super inexpensive. Even like today, where ammo is hard to find, when you can find it, prices are kind of jacked up. But with 22 shells, no matter what time you buy them, they're relatively cheap. Especially if you buy them in bulk just for planking and shooting things in your backyard. It's great for that. Two, you don't always necessarily need hearing protection because they're not significantly loud. But for good measure, and for anybody else watching, you should always wear ear protection, eye protection anytime that you're shooting. Accidents do happen. Anyhow, let's see if we can actually hit this thing. Ah. Oop. Ah, now. Oh. That was it. It'll hold 19, but I only put 10 in. Anyhow, I was hitting it. I was hitting it on the fly too. So, but again, I'm only about 15 yards from it, so it's not really that big of a challenge. But anyhow, that is the Marlin Firearms Golden 39A 1969. Still shoots like a champ. I appreciate you guys watching, and see you next time. Like I said, I haven't shot it in a while, and I don't know how to do it. And then I'm going to shoot this one to compare. 40. Oh, yeah. Quiet. All right. Everybody, okay, quiet. Except for us. Yeah, we're the ones that are. All right, let's start this one over. It is warm. I shot a bunch. He's going to shoot a bunch, and he's going to have a whole bunch of. Holy cow! Oh, that would have been so close. That one would have been great. Yeah, we're gonna do this one more time here. They did not work out.